All right, so we're here. I'm David McDarby, and
I'm Charles Gindy.
Yeah, and we're here to battle some Legacy. So hopefully you guys are excited. Way cooler than boring old standard.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna high roll to see who goes first.
Easy now.
8.
8.
Knock over your deck.
Play craps over here.
9.
All right, so I will choose to be on the play.
All righty.
Let's see if I can do some damage, and I'll keep this hand. I mean, it's fine.
Yep. I will also keep this hand.
All right, so I will use this, and like I said before, I want basic lands with this deck because of Wastelands and my own red spell. This should not be mentioned. I only have one color spells in my hand, so I'll get this. And I will cast the Terror Is, the Terror Was, and delve the Secrets.
Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
All right. We kind of have to stop him from casting his spells. That's what our deck kind of does. We don't have an Aether Vial, but we don't want this thing to get out of hand, so we'll just go ahead and plow that. He doesn't have a ton of targets for this anyways. But
I don't. So I actually don't have a whole lot of offense right now without him, and he's playing Plains Swords of Plowshares. So this could mean anything, really. Like, it could be a control deck, like Blue-White Miracles or whatever. I'm not going to put him on Death and Taxes because really, who plays that deck? Come on. I think I want to use this because it sucks. I'm down a card, but I need this to kill him. So Force of Will, and I'm going to use this with one of these. So I think I'm pitching Ponder.
Ponder.
19.
You're actually at 18.
I'm at 18, actually.
Yep.
Look at me.
And I'm done, since I can't play anything else.
Yep. I can do this, but I don't think I really want to right now. So I'll just let this trigger resolve. Maybe I should have. Attack you.
I'm 19.
And played this land. Go.
Okay. Draw. So all we've seen is Island, Force of Will, Ponder. We could probably put them on Rug Delver.
Well, it's hard to because they don't really run basics a whole lot.
Sure. So it's probably just Blue-Red Delver as soon as we see the Island.
I think the jig's up.
Yeah. But we don't, if we're definitely sure he's playing Blue-Red Delver, we don't want to run into any Price of Progresses or any of his own Wastelands. So we'll just go ahead and play Plains and try to play Athalia.
Well, I do have Daze in my deck, and I would like to Daze that now as opposed to keeping it days later. And I was probably going to use this anyway, as 3 lands is the absolute maximum I ever want. Sometimes I want 4 for this on a 2-mana spell, but I think I'm okay with 3, and I already have 3, so I'm going to cast this spell in response. So I'm definitely not casting it after Athalia resolves. All right. 1. And I guess I want to put this back to flip it. So 2. Yep. Yeah, it resolves all right.
All right. And I'm done.
Boop.
Yikes.
I'll draw that. Attack for 3.
16.
Well, Athalia makes Brainstorm much worse.
Yeah, Athalia makes all spells much worse.
Play this land and go.
And draw. Redundant. Go ahead and play this. Attack for 2.
So I have 1 mana burn spells in my deck, but I can't really cast it with Athalia. So yeah, 16 all.
16. And now we could either advance our board or try to port him and keep him off of any type of spell. I think right now with the life totals being even, we want to go ahead and advance our board state.
I agree. Plus, my deck is pretty instant-y, so port loses a little bit of value against me.
Sure. So I play Phyrexian Revoker now. Not a whole lot of targets in his deck. Even a general blue-red deck, I don't know a whole ton of things that he would be playing. So I think out of the things I've seen, I might just go ahead and name, since he's Divining Top. Sometimes they play like a counterbalance lock in that deck, so I would do that. That's what I would name. I know they sometimes run Grim Lavamancer also, but Not as scared of Grim Lava Mancer at this current state. So, since
Okay,
it's
yeah,
divine
that resolves.
and it's your turn.
Okay, I am casting this as I don't really want this, and I'm not really in the market to force will that card, and I have no other counter spell that can stop it. So I will crack this Wooded Foothills.
Okay.
15, and we'll get a basic mountain. So the goal is to not price of progress myself to death in case it comes down to that. And I can still leave this open to get a volcanic or the other color that I might need. There we go. And we'll cast another brainstorm.
All right.
All right. That was not terrible at all. That wasn't bad. So now I have to think what I want to do with my life. I want all these cards. This one is actually kind of the worst, I think, right now. I'm gonna have to lose one of these cards, and I think it's this one. As I still can do all these things. This and this, yeah. I'm okay. This deck is, the mana cost, the curve is pretty low. So 4 mana really only matters if I want to do this on this or something, do this on this, or like I have a taxing effect against me. So I think I want that actually. Yep. Yeah. All right. I go. Hey, look! I drew one of the cards I put back. Well, I'm definitely attacking. There's nothing.
Never defending.
No defend. 13. So now I think I'm going to crack this, and do this. I don't think I want to kill that. That's not really doing much in my deck. I do want to kill her, though. Is there any reason why I would not want to do it on my turn? Flicker Wisp is not an instant. Oh, he could play Caracas. And he plays Caracas, I'm just dead to that card. So, yep. Crack this. Go to 14.
14, yep.
I want a mountain or volcanic island? That is the question. I don't think I'm ever in the market to Snapcaster a blue spell. Not against you. Against combo decks, I want to snap blues. Against aggro decks or creature-ish decks, I want to Snapcaster red spells.
Yep.
There you are. I think I want to play both of these. Yes, I do have landfall for that, but I think I just want to get this guy going. Let him do his work. So let's Chain Lightning Thalia and play Grimmy Grim. Go.
Gross. Yeah, I think we're fine here.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Let's see, what can we do? We'll attack for 2.
I could trade. I don't think I want to. So I will take 2, go to 12.
Okay. So we can play around Daze, but we can't really play around Force. He has 2 cards, so it's not really a big deal. If he's forcing, then
I'm on nothing.
He's on nothing. So we'll go ahead and Swords to Plowshares, this insectile aberration.
Yeah, get that life, baby.
And then play a Flicker Wisp.
Exile
a Phyrexian Revoker. Comes back into play instead.
What are you naming?
I'm gonna name Grim Lava Mancer.
Which one? Torment or this one? M13.
Torment.
All right, well, this one's M13, so you're done, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to draw my card. Interesting draw. I think I want to get this guy going. We're nearing similar life totals, though. Or I could... You have how many cards?
I have 2.
2.
I'm the clear aggressor at this point, unless you kill my Phyrexian Revoker.
Yeah, he's got this, yeah. So... This is interesting. I think I want to save this for a kill spell. think I do. No, I do. So I can do this or this. I don't think I'm going to do this right now, but I could do this or this for like a chain lightning to kill something, or a brainstorm to look for a land. To do this, I think I just need to slow him down. He's on 2 cards, and I have lots of gas. So I think I'm on the D right now, as weird as that sounds. Yep. Maximize my mana by doing this. I will snap chain your Friction Revoker.
Yep.
I think I still want to keep him back to kill things, so I'll pass.
Okay. Draw. Not a great draw for us. We attack for 3.
12.
No, you're at 17 right now.
Oh, I didn't gain. Yeah. Okay, so 14.
Yeah,
Are you
back
sure?
at 14.
Okay.
I 18, 16, 15, 14, gain 3,
Okay.
17, 14.
And you're at 13?
Yeah, I'm at
All
13.
right. Okay.
All right. So play Wasteland. And now we can protect ourselves from any type of passive progress.
The ultimate price.
We will play Athalia, kind of make him use his Grim Lavamancer up.
Athalia is acceptable.
And pass the turn.
Another Friction.
Upkeep.
Yep.
We will port the island.
The island.
Yeah. Can't cut him off from red, and porting a mountain, you can just use his Grim Lavamancer, so port the island.
That's okay, I suppose. I don't think doing this is very good right now. So I will draw my card. That doesn't really do a whole lot for me right now. But, yep, I will target your Thalia with Grim Lavamancer, exiling the non-instant source in my graveyard, and then I'll cast the Guido.
Ooh.
All right. Oh, you know what's coming at least.
That's a solid one. All right. So we got a 10.
I'm done.
Done.
I thought you were going to 9. Take 4.
Oh, yeah, that was you. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're at 14.
As long as we all know what's going on here, you know.
Draw, play this.
No!
Tutor up. Umazawa is a Jite.
No.
And we will be casting and equipping. And, yeah, axing those guys.
All right, so I take 3, go to 11. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
All right, you done?
Counters gone. 11. Go ahead.
Well, that could be a problem. Very well, it must be a problem. Well, he's not, I don't think, he's at 9?
I'm at 9. I am vulnerable to a price of progress.
You have no cards?
No cards.
I don't have any either. I actually think I want to keep him back to block this thing. And playing this keeps us, turns us on, and lets me keep that as a live draw. Yeah, I take the move from price, whatever. Mechanic Island. 6. I'll keep the old Goblin Guide on D. Go. Hold.
Holding the fort.
Holding the fort down.
Kill your volcanic.
Dead.
Equip.
Braku.
Yep.
Destiny.
-1, -1 after damage.
Don't play creature.
Go.
Don't play creature.
Port your island.
All right. Playing this keeps us live next turn. So, yep. Go. All right, we'll see who can top deck better. You have a better board.
Yeah. Any creature is a very live draw.
That's pretty good.
This is one of the worst ones.
It's still a creature.
Still a creature.
Way more than what I got going.
No reason for me to equip. So I never want to use my port. Go ahead. Upkeep, port your island.
Boop. Bop. Well, go.
Equip and attack.
Okay.
Just take 1.
All right.
Go ahead and port the island.
Doesn't really do a whole lot. Make him use 2 counters, I guess. 6. Only bad thing is if he plays Caracas, that's still fine. Yeah, go. Combat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Second main.
Yeah.
Go. You don't know me.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
That's a solid draw. This is always one of the best cards you could draw.
Let's see. That resolves, gives another creature to equip the GTA 2 and turns off all my burns, so I gotta force a will then.
Okay.
I'm at 9.
9. Dead. So I could either attack and add 1 counter to my JA because he's gonna block, or I can remove 2 counters and then hit him for 3, putting him to 6. It doesn't put him lethal the following turn, so I guess that's kind of irrelevant. I think it's better to just attack and add a counter to my JT.
And I'm pretty sure I'm blocking, so I'll block with my morph 2/2.
I get +2/+2.
No.
Then it adds 2 counters.
No.
So I'm gonna wasteland his Scalding Tarn to turn off any landfall shenanigans that he might have.
I think I want that land. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yep. 8. I was lethal either way.
Yeah, he's lethal either way.
So it doesn't matter. I guess I'll get a basic land. Alright, so I need a burn spell into more burn spells than him not drawing creatures. Alright, that's not a very that's a short order. Yeah.
And we're dead.
Guess it's not lethal. Ha! Go.
Yep. I guess port your mountain in step. Doesn't really matter.
Oh no.
Draw.
My mountain.
Get rid of your blocker.
Well, that's all she wrote.
And attack for 9.
So, game went about normal. I was never able to really get this guy going.
Yeah.
And that sucks. And
that
GTA
is one
good.
of the best ways to actually beat me. Is just have
I know.
Lavamancer for a couple of
when
times.
you played Voker, I'm like, well, here comes the Lavamancer, but I guess you hadn't seen one yet, so.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
I think, yeah.
It's hard to say. I'm not as familiar with the Legacy format as I am with Standard and/or Modern, but if I was playing Legacy and I saw a Delver, like I know they sometimes play.
Yeah, blue red pretty much all does. But Revoker's a hard card to play with. Revoker, Cabal Therapy, those cards you have to know counterbalance. You have to know the intricacies of your opponent's deck. Yeah. They're hard to play with, but they're so rewarding when you get them right.
Yeah.
This hand is very acceptable.
Yeah, I think any hand with this is pretty much always a keep in this deck. So.
I bet it's either file, but I don't know anything. So I'm on the play.
Yep.
So I can play this for an island to get this, but this does everything. And if he wants to wasteland this with this in play, be my guest. There you go.
So leave with planes and that ether.
Nah, whatever I do. All right. Trigger. Bam. These 2 cards, by the way, were made for each other. That's all I'm saying.
Trigger. Bam.
Hiya.
17. I now control a insectile aberration.
And I now control a Delver. Here you go. Please don't arc trail me.
My mono white deck.
I don't know. You can play Mountain Arc Trail. What do I know?
Add a counter. Draw.
Ability resolves.
So we play our wasteland. Play around any dazes.
No.
We go ahead and plow that. Let him
I'll
gain
gain
3.
life.
23. And then we wasteland his land.
All right.
And we pass the turn.
Trigger. No. Attack.
16.
Mother Runes is really the only thing that matters, and whatever. Go.
Yep. In step, I will put in a Mother
All right,
Runes.
I will kill it.
Yep.
I have to kill that card. That card is kill on sight.
2.
Especially with this hand.
Draw. Wasteland is
All
volcanic.
right.
And play a second ether file.
That resolves.
Go ahead.
Second one is much worse than the first one.
Yeah.
Trigger. All right.
Always shuffle away with those Misty Rainforests after the trigger.
So 2 drops are Thalia and Stoneforge. So I don't think sending this in is right. How many cards do you have?
3.
Yes, 3. They could be lands. It could be Thalias. It could be anything.
It could be anything.
I don't know anything. But if I play this and swing in with both, that's just asking for Thalia, destroy my whole life and everything I've learned. So, yeah, I'll just attack with my Mons Goblin Raiders.
I'll take it.
Oh, you thought about it.
15.
Yeah, I'm done. All right.
3 and 2. 1.
1. Whoa.
Go straight
That's
to
a good
2.
vial.
Hiya. More vials.
I accept
Go ahead.
these terms. I kind of want land, so I don't think I'm going to correct that. Upkeep, trigger. So trigger doesn't resolve. So I can fetch that away or keep it. And I think I want to keep it. Maybe not. I think I'm actually stuck on mana, as it were. So, what are bad draws? If I shuffle it away, I could draw counter spells.
Snapcaster Mage.
Snapcaster Mage, counter spells, Sharing Blade. That card's usually very good, but I'm already tight on mana as is. Hopefully he just draws lands and Ether Vials. There's one more in there. Don't count it out. So, I think I'll crack this. Wasteland sucks, but I think if you had a Wasteland, you would have played it by now. Another one, a third one.
So you're at 22?
Mm-hmm. And I want to get a red mana. And I have to get a Volcanic. If I'm cracking the Rainforest. So unlucky. Never flipping this Delver. I flipped the first one!
Turn 1, nonetheless.
I know. I mean, the 27
You should be,
spells.
what, 1 and 3?
No, there's 27 spells, so it's a little under 1/2.
Okay.
I mean, plus you have a land and a Delver in place, so
Sure.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Odds are very weird. Alright, I guess that's acceptable. Play that.
So
And
you're
now
obviously
I can keep this open for whatever shenanigans he may have. So I will cast the Guido.
Yep.
And I will attack with my Guidos.
First I'll trigger
Yep.
Goblin Guide.
Alright.
Then I will flash in a Miran Crusader.
Alright. Before blocks have effects.
Mhm.
Crack this. I think I'm just... Okay, so yes. He's used 2 Wastelands of us, assumed 4. I have 3 choices to get. I can get Island, Mountain, or... Actually, I cannot get Volcanic because I don't have any more left. So I can get Island, which if I get Island, that turns off this card and Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze and Fire Blast. If I get Mountain and he Wastelands it, I have no more Islands. But I don't really have any blue spells in my hand. So, yeah. I actually have to get Mountain for what I'm wanting to do. So it's like a little bit of a silly conversation I'm having myself. I will cast Lightning Bolt targeting your Mirror Crusader.
Yep, and then I take 3.
12.
12.
You're up.
Yeah. Just cut that deck.
Go ahead. Cut me to...
Any spell?
I don't know. Cut me
1,
to...
2, and 3.
Yes! The full Monty. Yes, so many vials.
I'm done.
You can vial in freaking Mimnite, Mother of Runes, Friction Revoker, Flicker Wisp.
If only I had 4 cards in my hand.
Well, you can vial in Trinket Mage, get Mimnite, and I don't know what else to do with the rest.
Yeah,
but let's trigger this
I'm
thing.
lost.
All right. Why would anything flip in my life? So he has Stoneforge, 2 cards. I don't think he has a whole lot else. I'm going to... He has Stoneforge. So last turn, let's see. Last turn he had 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a 3-drop. He might have another 3-drop and Stoneforge. If he has another 3-drop, let's see. Last turn, if he had Flicker Wisp, I think he would have played that just to block something for a turn by Flicker Wisping it, and then could block the other thing by killing it. So he doesn't have Flicker Wisp. He didn't draw Flicker Wisp. He drew Stoneforge Mystic. So he has a Stoneforge. He doesn't have another 1-drop because I think he would have cast that over this. Doesn't have a 1-drop. Doesn't have a drop. He doesn't have Flicker Wisp. He could have another Mirror Crusader. If he has 2 Mirror Crusaders, I don't even know the deck plays Mirror Crusader. Why would a deck play Mirror Crusader? I guess because Black, Green, Abrupt Decays, and Death Rights stuff make it pretty good.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that. I mean, he might have Mirror Crusader. I think Mirror Crusader or another Flicker Wisp, or a Flicker. He doesn't have Flicker Wisp. I said that. This is so hard. So the only bad thing, I think, is if he has that last card, that one, because that's a Stoneforge. If he has that one, if that one is a Mirror Crusader, I'm just dead. But I don't freaking care. I'm attacking.
Okay. So we Violin Stoneforge.
I guess that's good because it thins your deck.
Not only does it thin my deck, but
Yeah, if I flipped and attacked and drew a creature, you want that.
yeah.
Yeah, yep. Oh.
So I'm going to get Batterskull. Cut.
Sure.
Trigger the Goblin Guide.
There you go.
Sweet. Second land that I really need. So he typed his Delver straight into my Stoneforge Mystic, which is kind of weird. He knew I had that. What could possibly make him want to do that? It's very weird. Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, but I mean, he would have used that already.
Well, have you gone to blocks yet?
No, I have not gone to blocks yet.
Would you like to go to blocks?
I would like to go to blocks.
All right, Lightning Bolt.
Okay, I'm gonna flicker with
No!
my Stoneforge.
My life has been ruined.
And
I might respond. I might respond.
Sure.
So you have a Batterskull in hand.
Yep.
And a Plains.
And a Plains. And I'm trying to flicker with
know.
my Stoneforge.
So Flicker West, he gets GT. And then you can GT in. Absolutely cannot. Okay. Float a blue. I can't let that resolve.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't actually.
Yeah, cause,
all right.
Because if I'm able to Stoneforge,
yeah. Was my logic wrong? Did you have a Flicker Wisp and you didn't use it?
Yeah, I didn't have a flicker. I had a Flicker Wisp and I didn't use it. Yeah, I figured if I drew any creature or the following turn, I could do the same thing. But once I saw it was Stoneforge Mystic, it's pretty easy to not trigger this. I can just put in this.
I did not think that through. All right. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay.
So now I have to think if I want to kill Goblin Guide or the Delver Secrets. And I think I just have to kill Delver Secrets because if it flips, I have no other way to really get rid of it.
Yeah, you have lots of ground guys.
So I have lots of ground guys to get rid of that. 10.
You're halfway there. I have no permanents besides a creature. Go.
All right. This will go up to 2. This will go up to 3.
The old one of
multiple 3s.
Order matters.
And I guess I can keep it perfectly like that and never have to put another counter on any of them. Play a land and say go.
All right, draw my card. Thank you.
Trigger.
How lucky. All right.
Name God.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you've got it at this point. My creature's dead. I have no permanents. You have the full Monty of Ether Vials.
Sure.
So Hey, I had a price progress.
You did. And I had some planes.
That'd been good versus all your planes. Okay.
All right.
I guess I should have thought if you had Flicker Wisp. Well,
it's hard to say it's really, really difficult to say if I have a Flicker Wisp there or not. But once I see that I have
Stoneforge, you want to keep it so you can get value and stop me from killing the Stoneforge. That makes sense. I don't think I had actually any other thing I could do. Not attack with a Delver, but the same result would have happened anyway. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're back for sideboarding, and I guess you can.
Yeah, for it's pretty easy for me. These guys don't really do very much of anything. They're a expensive Grizzly Bear. I mean, yeah, Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, anything ever. These things are not that great. So I'm going to board in Sword of Light and Shadow and Umezawa's Jete, give myself a little bit more card advantage and life against his aggressive blue and red cards.
Okay, we're playing against lots of creatures and lots of Ether Vials, 4 to be exact. So counterspells aren't that good. I also have 2 more Dazes and 2 Force Wills, or 2 more Force Wills. Spell Pierce only gets Ether Vial when I'm on the play, which I'm probably playing a creature anyway. And it can get an equipment, maybe. He's going to vial that into Swords, maybe. He can play around the Spell Pierce with the Swords. So I think Swords is the worst. Daze can still hit anything. And it lets me get the land, so I can Searing Blaze. Haha. Force of Will, I think, is also not good, but I still have 2. I don't have a lot to board in, so really cutting things isn't the hard part. Boarding things isn't the hard part either. I have 2 Smash the Smithereens and Bonfire. Smash the Smithereens, he has Ether Vials equipment, Revokers, everything, so this is pretty good. I don't have really anything else for him in these 15 cards, because neither of us are playing big, Contenders Legacy, that you would put in your Legacy Gauntlet.
Exactly. Like, my Rest in Peace are not exactly great here. Aethersworn Canonus and Mindbreak Traps are for Storm and any combo deck specifically. I'm not boarding in my Enlightened Tutors just to get the equipments. Oblivion Rings, not very good. You don't have creatures or permanents. And my Aura Silences for The Tezzeret deck, not really doing very much.
I know,
here.
yeah. I've got a graveyard hate and then counter spells. So, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm boarding in the artifacts. I'm boarding in the bonfire. This is actually all I want to do is bonfire. That's all I want to do is brainstorm into bonfire and kill, like, one creature.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Because you're going to have mother runes or something. So,
Bonfire for 2 is Wrath of God. So 3 mana Wrath of God, me is pretty
let's
sweet,
hope.
actually.
I mean, but now I've got to draw step.
Every single time for the one miracle in your deck.
I mean,
is it a miracle? Is it a miracle?
Is it red and blue?
Oh, man. See, it works on so many levels.
I think it works on the same pun they've been doing for 8 years. All right, so we're back. Game 3. I'm 0-2 versus little white creatures. More like the equipment is really the thing.
Yeah, the creatures are good, too.
So I will keep this hand. I know what I'm playing now. So normally, almost always, I would leave with this creature. But this one is way more important. I gotta get this guy out. It lets me kill mother runes on turn 1. Well, I mean, probably, but still, I want to get this guy out. I will keep. You're keeping? Right?
Yeah, I am keeping.
Basic Mountain Grove Lavamancer, go.
That is one of his best cards against us, especially with this hand. Our start's pretty easy though. We're always gonna lead with Plains and Aether Vial if we have it. So
have
go
no
ahead.
response. Yeah. All right. So I actually think I just want to attack with this Criminal Lavamancer. He doesn't. Keeping him active, not the Mimnite. Keeping him alive on his turn doesn't do a lot, as I am kind of low on graveyard fuel as it is. And was he like turn 2? He's gonna untap and play a creature. I'll just untap and kill him. I'm not that scared right now. So I will play a basic land. His fetches are very variable. And I will play Goblin Guide.
Yikes! Oh, the last Mirror Crusader.
I accept.
He is not doing anything.
No Mimnite? All right, 17. Here we go.
17. Draw. Upkeep. Draw.
Didn't say the magic word.
Oh
no.
So, interesting. So we could port him, or we can just play one of our 2-drops, but that does give him the opportunity to counterspell. Now we know he's probably boarding out, Force of Wills. We don't know how many cards, what he's actually boarding out, though. We know Force of Wills is not very good against us, so we don't necessarily know he's boarding it out. Same thing with Daze. Daze is actually a card that we'd like to be able to play around as much as possible.
If you can afford it.
Yeah, if we can afford it.
There are a lot of times with Daze, you're just like, if he's got Daze, I'm screwed anyway. And if he doesn't, I'm screwed anyway. So let's just, it's hard. Daze is also a hard card to play around.
I think we're in a position where it's best to actually play this guy instead of playing any of the, because this will just die, and playing this doesn't do enough right now because we don't have the creatures or mana to actually use it. So we're gonna go ahead and play a Phyrexian Revoker.
Resolves.
And name Grim Lavamancer.
No!
Since it's already in play. It's very easy for us to name. Go ahead.
All right, let's see what I got going. All right. I think I want to get this. Oh no. Yeah. Well, okay. Am I attacking with this Grim Lavamancer this turn? Or am I using it?
Can't use it.
I understand I can't use it currently. I understand that. So I need to figure out. You got to figure out a plan, because if you sequence things incorrectly with the red deck, you will die a horrible, horrible, painful death. Well, actually, not that painful, but it's kind of painful. Mine probably hurts more up front, but yours is more lasting. You have creatures that don't like go, trade cards for damage. So this is good with my brainstorms and ponders. I don't think I'm going to use it this turn. Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to attack with it. I think I'm attacking. Yeah. So I will play this and chain lightning this.
Dead.
And now I will attack with both my creatures.
Trigger Goblin Guide.
All right.
Swords to Plowshares. Take our 3.
14. This Mons Goblin Raider is sweet. Your go. And no Mother of Runes. That's all that means.
Keep, draw.
He has Mirror Crusader and Source of Pleasure. There's nothing about Goblin Guide. A little bit of telepathy going on. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. So he has 5. That's a lot of cards. No 2. One's probably a 2-drop, I'd say. Since he played a 2-drop last turn.
Goblin Guide is not all that important. We do want to get rid of this Grim Lavamancer, however. It's really annoying.
I could have, like, I could have not attacked and used this in order to get an activation. Now, that's 1 more damage, but I think the 1 damage is worth keeping this in my hand. And that's only if he does have a swords. So I think that was probably right. Okay. I mean, it's hard to say. No one thinks we're the bad guy.
Yeah. And since last turn he didn't have days, and we know he probably doesn't have Force of Will, we're going to go ahead and run out the Stoneforge Mystic.
Resolves.
And we actually want to go ahead and just get Mazal Jite, since we know he'll probably kill our Stoneforge Mystic anyways. And it's your turn.
All right, so I have a decision here. I can do this now or wait and do this. If I do this now, that gives me more mana. But if I don't and do this, then I'm tied up on my turn. But it also lets me keep this alive for whatever. Yeah, I think I have to wait because he can untap, play a guy, equip, and wreck my life. So yeah, that's all I got going for me. All right, it wasn't that bad. Kato Destiny. All right. Well, Goblin Guide doesn't really. Kind of want to do this now. Let's see. Do we have to kill this creature? Yes. I think I have to kill this creature. He has a GT in his hand, so any creature is good. So now the goal is to keep him out of creatures, let him draw lands and Ether Vials. But I mean, he did that last time, and he still beat me. So maybe I just can't win anything. So I do have to kill that. We've got that settled. Now, how do I kill it? Either this or this. Or actually, either this. It's all 3, actually. I think I do this right now, actually. Yep. All right. Land. Pew! Legends. The only time this card is printed in Legends. All right. Yep. I will attack with my creature.
Ether Vial and Athalia.
Okay. Before blocks. We've also decided we have to kill that creature. He can't play a creature and attack with GT, so I can do this now. That's rough.
You still got a Goblin Guide.
I think so. Yeah.
Ooh,
it doesn't matter. I'm killing it anyway. But with the Crocus, I'm back to 20. With the Crocus, Thalia is definitely killing sight.
Yep.
I think I just want a mountain. If you port my Volcanicon, I'll have 1 island, but I think I'm okay with only having 1 island. There are some times when I'm like, ponder, shuffle, draw, ponder, oh, what's my other island? But I think I still have the Leo Pop, and it might come down to race. All right, Searing Blaze.
3.
That's why I did that, yeah. It was in my hand. Okay, so you're going to take 5 total, go to 9?
Yep.
You're
9.
up. I have 1 card. Tap down.
So, take that up to 3. Play the Caracas, and
there's another Thalia here. It's kind of rough. Which he could have a Thalia because he was sequenced in that way. Revoker to turn off my Lavamancer. All right.
Play the Crusader and say go.
Draw a card. All right, so you have how many cards?
3.
3, and you played the Crusader, you played the Sword, so I know none of these. Yeah, you played the Crocus, so I know none of these. That could be a Flicker Wisp. If it's a Flicker Wisp, I'm just dead. Yeah, I think, so if you Mirror Crusader, if you have GT, I know that. So you were to cast GT with your lands, and then vial this in a turn. So this is almost undoubtedly a Flicker Wisp. So pass.
Instead, I will add Vanguard.
Okay. Well, I made him use that at least. I can't kill that because he can bounce it. He's probably. I think I'm in the go for the dome part of the game anyway. Despite having to kill his creatures that deal 4 damage in their 2/2s. I'm keeping this in case I draw that or a snap. So I can dome him, which doesn't seem very good, or kill this. Problem is, if I kill this, he has free reign to GT me. But I mean, I do not think I can let him untap with this because he might have Flicker Wisp. And if he does, I'm just ruined. Or I could wait. If I wait, then he equips GTA to this and attacks, and I block, and then he gets counters, kills my Goblin Guide, and I'm taking 4. I don't think I can win that race. It's hard. I think I'm on the draw Snapcaster plan to draw more String Blazes. So I will Lightning Bolt Mirror Crusader. Go.
Okay. Untap.
Yeah, he's going to get this stuff going, but I think I'm beyond that point. Note, I do not want to draw this many lands. I'm drawing 5 lands, 6 spells. Only 19 lands, really. Like, I know, like, people complain, like, I drew so many lands. Well, yes, that is a fact, but don't focus on it. Focus on what you can change. Don't focus on what you can't change.
Yeah.
That's like playing, like, I don't know, it's all state of mind.
I think right here we want to just pass the turn. We don't really need to jete him, and all of our stuff can be played on his turn. So.
Well, that stinks. All right, untap.
Yep.
Upkeep.
Nope.
Nope. No ships coming into port.
I guess we could get rid of a land and port something. So what if we did it like that? Yeah, we'll port your island and upkeep. Go to exile.
I'll blue.
Sure, go into your draw step.
Yeah.
Inside
Blue
your
is
draw
gone.
step. Try to activate this, an Aether Vial, and a Flicker Wisp to get rid of it.
So you did you have this?
I did not have that until I drew this turn.
No, my reasoning is worthless. Okay. This is gone. That is blinked for the turn.
Yep.
And I've drawn my card. Yeah, that's a little awkward. Remember what I was talking about this? Yep. All right, I'll attack you.
Second jete. Take 3, go to 7. Or 2, I mean 2 go to 7.
2 go to 7, whatever.
2 go to 7.
Go.
In step, this comes back in, untaps, draw, play, jete, and equip.
Okay.
Here and attack for 3.
Yep, 17. Come on, burn spells. This is the part that I need to draw burn.
And
but
it's your turn.
I have no, like, wipe away or anything. Draw a card. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I guess that's step. Well, he has another GT though. Okay, so he has another GT. He can gain 4 life, go to 11. If I draw this, I'm drawing a land next turn. What other draws in my deck? Fire Blast does nothing really, does 4. I have to, I mean, step 1 is this. I don't think I can afford to ponder, shuffle, draw this, and then not a land next turn. So, yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
First, trigger the Goblin Guide, Aether Violin, and Aether
All right.
Mind Sensor.
Sure. Here's all.
And block.
Okay. Go. I'll play this land. No, I won't. Yeah, go. It keeps this alive.
Okay. Draw. Activate Mangora, and with the ability on the stack, return with Caracas.
It's such a weird ability that it's a colon before the cost of exiling him.
Yeah.
So it lets this one little interaction
just
go
dominate
crazy.
the game.
Or like a blink spell, like you blink a measure. It's kind of that's what they do like that. Stacking. All right. I will smash the Smithereens of GTA. I did this now so that if it's on my turn, he just play another GTA that I know he has,
Right.
and then equip again.
Yeah.
So I had to do this on my turn. I mean, face shield, whatever. Like, no one
yeah.
really plays face shield. But it is a card. Like Legacy can play anything, you know.
It's better for me to just gain life here, so I will
I
gain
agree.
4 life.
So you gain 1.
Gain 1 life total.
Essentially go to 8.
Go to 8. And second main, I think I just want to cast my other jete, since, yeah. And go ahead.
Yeah, let me muster a bolstering defense. Just you wait. I'm gonna get you.
16.
But all my test subjects have either died or fled. I'm the last one. No matter. This will be a momentous night. Go. No. Well, kind of knew he had that one. I'm reaching, but I fall as I stare into the void.
Draw.
I'll escape now from that world, from the world of Jean Valjean.
Zach.
He's nothing now.
-1, that.
It's all coming.
13. Exile your volcanic island and then return it with Caracas.
Pesky plains mages.
And it's your turn.
Miracle. All right. Well, I have this card I can't cast. Go. No.
Always.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you back in freaking wherever you came from?
Time Spiral.
Well, no, he can't. He's a character in the books, I think.
Oh, is he?
From like what you call it, Benalia.
Attack for 5.
Okay. I will not block.
So you go to 7.
Yes.
5, go to 7, and there's no real reason for me to get a land right this second. So go ahead.
What a miracle's bonfire. You're gonna be sad.
Port you during your
Oh,
upkeep.
sorry. Actually, it wasn't the worst draw in the world. Go.
End step, try to get your mountain in return.
I guess I have to. Float a. My vision's so bad. Float a red.
Okay. So this
Ability resolves.
goes back to my hand, and then I will put it right back into play.
Okay.
And sack this to draw a card.
Okay, so I have Prize of Progress in my hand. The thing I was reading is that this is unlike this, he sacks it as a part of the cost. So casting it, he can in response sack this, and I can't in response get him. So there's really no way for me to get this while he had the mana open. I was waiting. Maybe he had a 1-mana spell that he could use, so that's why I was waiting.
Sure.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Sack this to draw a card, and I take 4.
4. Go to 4.
Go to 4.
Like whatever. Things to learn.
Yep.
Go.
Draw.
And then I'm dead,
And
your
then
guys.
he's dead on
Yep.
guys.
All right. I didn't concede. Like I was pretty dead, but whatever. Give you guys a show. I only have 1 land, but I've got these guys, and I have this thing, so I guess I'll keep.
Yeah, I mean, our hand's doing exactly what we want to do. We're casting this and then disrupting him, so go ahead.
This guy, go.
Oh,
I did it last time. It didn't work out for me, and last time I drew some lands. This time I hope I draw lands.
Yeah, I think we just go ahead and swords this thing.
I actually am glad you did that. See, since I have, that's good for me.
Go ahead.
I'm at 21. Ha! Winning. Miracle. All right. That was not bad. So I'm using this, using my special action to play the land for a turn. And I can get a mountain, or I can get a mountain or island. I want an island to get this. So
or a mountain island.
Or a mountain island. Do I want the mountain island? The mountain island turns on this, but also leaves me dead to lose it to wasteland. He would not have played a wasteland yet if he had one. So odds are decent that he has one. And if I'm doing this, I'm probably going to play land anyway. And with only 2 islands in the deck, there are only 2 lands that can't cast this symbol here. So I think I'm okay getting an island.
Okay.
Sack that.
Back to 20.
Your swords. Just 100 back guys with swords. You have swords of plowshares and swords. Where's my islands? Did I board them out? Hope not. They cost a lot of money.
At least I don't have Sword of Fire and Ice in my sideboard.
Sword of your deck. I played against Sword of Fire and Ice so much. God. It's always like an EDH with a blue-red deck. And so I'm like, didn't miss it. Sword of Fire and Ice. We'll go. All right. There's not really an order for me to play this. I'll just play some 1-drops and go.
Oh, God. Yeah,
Blue-red 1-drops.
Second Grimlaw Mancer is a complete thrashing. Yeah, we just play a port and play our...
Ether Vial.
And say go.
Ether Vial. Ether as an encyclopedia. Or, what's the other card that has E? Ether Blue
Flash.
guy. Blue guy. It's 6
Aetherlink.
mana. Etherlink. Etherlink, but whatever. You can say however you want. Trigger. All right. I never trigger anything. So the question, if I want to attack with this, I'm low on graveyard full. I said that before, the sword's my guy, but like, I still think it's right just to get in the damage because I don't have a lot of graveyard. Plus, I have Snapcaster Mage in my deck, so I don't really want to get rid of a whole lot of instant sorceries.
Sure.
I have this. I can use this now. I think I'm going to use this now. It keeps the shenanigans to a low, and I have ways to kill dudes. So maybe I can keep the equipment down. I can stop the equipment from killing by just killing the creatures. So I just want to do things to that. I think that's probably right. Plus, I have Snapcaster in my deck, and I have another one. So I mean, I have to have 4 lines of Snapcaster for that, but whatevs. Play this and attack.
All right, 18.
18. Smash!
Yeah. 15.
15, your go.
And
all right, we're looking okay. Looking okay, don't die.
We are quite far behind.
I want to win one.
What are we going to do?
Let me win a game, Gindy.
None of these lands are very good for us.
Charlotte's.
I guess we can play this Wasteland and play a Phyrexian Revoker naming Grandma Lavamancer.
No.
And pass the turn.
All right, I have nothing I can do. So, Trigger. Yeah, I want to reveal it. Daze.
Yep. Being the white deck means we do not have the advantage of having card selection.
Okay, so now the question is, do I want to keep that or shuffle it away? There's 3 mana already. Another thing is deck costs more than 3. Do I want to land? I guess I wouldn't be that opposed to it because I have Snapcaster. I don't really, but I would much prefer to have a burn spell or a cantrip or a spell besides a counter spell. There aren't many left. And the odds, I have 19 minus 4, 15 lands, and 1, 2, 3, 24 lands. So the odds are better to getting a sort of spell than a land. And I would rather have a creature, too. So I will shuffle that away. And I'm cracking this anyway for this. Let's be real. Well, maybe not. Because this is, I'm killing on my turn, so it's a sorcery.
Or you're on your turn.
I know. But I could kill this on my turn and keep this alive for this. But casting this on my turn and keeping this open is so that I can stop him from killing me with an equipment or saving mana or something. And that is not the case right now. So yes, I will shuffle that away. So I'm 19 now. That was a lot of talking about numbers, which honestly doesn't matter a whole lot, but it's good to be aware of these things. It doesn't help a whole lot. Let's be real. Me just spouting off numbers, boo isn't mage, doesn't do a whole lot. But it sounds cool, and I can at least make me. I feel like I'm smart. I'm not really, but I can, I can feel it. So now he does have Wasteland. I don't need more than 1 blue spell because I only want 2 blue if I'm Snapcastering a cantrip or I'm cantripping into a cantrip. So I don't want the blue, and he does have Wasteland, so I will get another mountain. There you are.
Okay.
Draw a card. All right, well, I think I want to keep this in my hand for Brainstorm. I think I want to get the group. Yes, I'm killing that. I'm killing that on my turn so that I can attack with this guy. Well, maybe we're getting to the point where I can start jumping. You're at 15, right?
Yep.
So we'll be going to 12, 10. Maybe I can use it on him. I think I want to keep it open at least to kill a creature on his turn. Yes. I came to the conclusion, so I'll play that. Chain Lightning.
Okay.
Attack.
12.
Go. Think that was right? Sorry, there's a lot of decisions. I love decisions. Note, if he casts another Phyrexian Revoker, I cannot kill with Grim Lavamancer. It comes into play and makes it a rule. That's kind of like when people play like Pithing Needle, and we're like, naming, that means you've already said it, so if you had this in play and they play Pithing Needle, you can't correct this name. So, interesting, the difference between Pithing Needle and Phyrexian Metamorph, Phyrexian Revoker. Revoker can hit Arbor Elf and mana sources. Pithing Needle cannot do that, but it can hit lands. So they both do similar but different things.
Yes. And Phyrexian Revoker has a nice body on it.
You can swing for the win with Phyrexian Revoker, unlike Pithing Needle.
Yep. Now for us, I think last turn not playing this obviously is now a detriment. It's kind of interesting to note. But for now, I think our only option is to just play this and flicker out his insectile aberration, resetting it, because we don't have very much else we can do with what we got.
Yep, I mean, that's going to happen.
Yep.
So you're done?
Yep, I'm done.
End of your turn. Kill your guy with my lands because I want to keep my spells for Snapcaster Mage. Comes back as this guy, right?
Nope.
No? He's just going to flip him up. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Nope. I want that card. I want to attack because I need a spell in here, and I probably gets he has another turn anyway. So I'm not going to have a million spells in my graveyard. So plus I can do this to that. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm at 10.
Here we go.
Draw.
Ooh, price of progress. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, I know. I also don't really want to play
draw.
this land to deal me any damage, but
I accept.
go to 9.
Yes, hurt yourself. Vanguard of Krondor with Caracas open, you say?
Yeah.
I guess that resolves.
And I'm done.
I have a plan. I'm formulating it. I think I'm going to use that and then use this. So we will do that. Trigger. Yeah.
So
this is resolved.
I'm at 6.
There it is, baby.
If I Wasteland as Misty, he's certainly not going to crack it. He's going to let that resolve and then kill me anyways. If I Wasteland my own land, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 anyways. All right, I'm dead.
Yes, I won a game. I got to keep this guy alive. Well, I played 2, but you got to. You have 4 swords. I have 3 of these, so like odds are I won't stay alive. But whatever. And I was able to actually Snapcaster something. I never did, but the option was present. I have 1 land. I'm on the draw, but I have things to kill things, so I will keep.
All right. Standard place.
No, all my counter
turn 1
spells.
Aether
They are
Vial.
no more. He could have Wasteland, so I'm not going to get a blue source. I'll get that guy.
All right. We reveal a flicker.
Good to know.
Wisp.
All right, take 2, you fiend.
18.
Yeah, 1/10 of the way there. All right, you go. Cut. Yeah.
All right. Sure. Go ahead and play out. I'm just gonna play this and pass the turn.
Yeah. Yep. Not doing much by sitting here. Attack. Good to know.
Thalia, and we go to 16.
Guess I'll cast the spell that I should cast. This guy. Go.
Okay. Instep, we're gonna Swords of the Grimlavamancer.
At least it wasn't Instep Mother Runes.
And Instep Mother Runes.
Oh. I don't think I should. Like, if I had another land that had been sweet, I didn't draw a land, 2 draw steps. My deck only has 19 lands. It's going to happen. I don't think keeping this open to do one of these is going to get me anywhere. I want to get this guy out.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't Swords my Goblin Guide, so maybe you don't have swords.
Sure.
So play this guy to keep. But, yep. All right.
Okay.
Well,
so draw. Play a land.
oh, a Caracas, you say?
Caracas, and he knows we have Thalia,
I do.
so what are we going to do? Most of the time, we don't want to attack with Mom, we don't want to reset anything, so I think it's fine to just say go. We're not going to be doing anything really on our turn.
Sweet. Well, he has Thalia, so I can't really do a whole lot about that. I can do this, though.
It's probably important for us to have played Thalia. Just
I think the time has come to light him up, up, up. I'm on fire.
Yeah. The time has come.
I'm a little more conservative. I'm not quite fire because I'm blue-red, but I have a little more conservativeness about me. So
Sure.
We're on fire. Chain lightning you.
Right to the dome.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
13.
13. Go.
Go up to 3. Yeah, we're not going to draw a card yet. I think we just attack for 2.
17 or 18. Yeah, you sword him again.
19. Oh yeah, you lost one. 18.
Yeah, I lost him.
And then we'll play Aether Vial out of Thalia and recast
Yep.
it.
So you're done.
Yep.
It coming back in play means you're done. All right. Once again, I'm drawing nothing that does anything. Go.
In step, we're gonna sack our Horizon Canopy and draw a card.
I cracked this to get a mountain, so you wouldn't wasteland me, and I haven't drawn lands. I've only drawn blue spells. That's going to happen. I still think it's objectively correct. I keep saying these things. I'm doing everything wrong.
5.
I don't think block. I could. So if I don't block, I could attack. Just want to block. Yeah, I mean, I guess I won't block. I can always block later unless you have GT, you know,
Okay.
or sword
So
or pro red. So
13.
take 5, 13 all, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna return our Thalia
Okay.
and then recast Thalia.
Response to Thalia, lightning bolt. Yeah. Did I chain lightning with Thalia in play?
No, you do not. You didn't.
Okay. All right.
You're good.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just having a flashback. Okay.
And I'm at 10.
Okay.
You're 13, and I'm done.
Okay. Miracle.
Miracle for 0.
Land.
That is kind of a miracle.
Yeah, I know, right? Me drawing a land, it's insane. I can't believe I draw so well. Go. Can't really do much with this hand right now.
During the end step, we're gonna
So many flicker wisps.
in a Flicker Wisp and out your Goblin guy.
So you're doing the end of my turn, so it won't be available on your turn, correct?
That's correct.
Well then.
Probably should do this to your mountain, but I guess I did it to your Goblin guide.
That was another interesting interaction with flicker wisp.
Yes. Draw for our turn. We'll attack with these for 8.
That's a lot of damage.
It is
5, I guess.
5. And play out a Phyrexian Revoker, name Grim Lavamancer, pass the turn. During the end step, just comes back.
I don't think there's no way for. I don't think I'm fairly certain there's no way for me to win.
4.
Yeah. I can respond to that. I mean, there's like.
Yeah.
I mean, I can respond to this and daze it, so he has to have his Crocus, but I don't think that's going to be doing a whole lot. Like, whatever. Thalia makes this hand very bad. Bolt you.
All right, 7.
Tap, draw a card. I can't kill this guy because Mother Runes. I can. Blah. My hand was like bolt, 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 chain lightning, stirring blaze. I was just like, I kept one land Grim Lavamancer and burn spells like. And Goblin Guide, yeah. So like the hand was fine, man. Ugh. I guess that game things just didn't pan out.
Yeah, I had a really good draw.
You had a good draw. I mean, yeah. About time you were on the play.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, Thalia completely locked you out of the game. I'm like, I probably even gave you like some openings by returning
Mother Runes into Thalia was good. Like if I had a second land there, I could have played a Grim Lavamancer and then killed the Mother Runes, but I just stalled on lands. Like whatever, it's going to happen. So we back in a minute with conclusion.
Yep.
And we're back after a deciding victory. I won a game.
Woo!
But
4-1 this time.
4-1. The Is It League did not quite triumph over mono white guy.
Go creatures.
So my deck is small creatures and lots of removal. And so against like combo decks, the small creatures backed up by disruption is good. It's also the price of progress is the main reason I want to play this deck against all the non-basics. He didn't have any of that, and his creatures were just able to just beat up on mine.
Yeah, exactly. Both of us were under the impression that a lot of removal and the Grim Lavamancer would actually overpower the white weenie strategy, plus with all his card filtering. But looks like, as we figured out throughout time, equipment is really good. Jitte took over a lot of those, or at least 2 of those games. Jitte just completely dominated by itself. And plus Mother of Runes plus Thalia is very powerful against a deck with a very short mana base and a lot of cantrips. Even though he has some very efficient removal, He wasn't able to deal with Mother and Thalia as well as we thought.
Yeah, Mother of Runes is one of those cards that I have to kill on side. If I don't, it blanks all my removal spells, and it's just bad news bears for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yep.
Equipment makes every one of his creatures very, very powerful. But I don't know. What am I saying? Nobody knows. I don't know. But I never got to bonfire him, and that's actually all I wanted to do was bonfire.
We did get to see the interesting interaction between Mangara and Caracas. We saw how that interacts, where you tap it, put the ability on the stack, and return it with Caracas. That way we can continually loop it and actually remove their permanents, slowly taxing them out of the game. But, I mean, I guess in general, as long as I can keep that Grim Lavamancer off the board with either a Phyrexian Rook or Swords of Plowshares, it's very hard for your deck to actually overpower what my creatures are doing.
Well, if Lavamancer survived exactly one game and had fuel, guess what game that was? The one that I won.
Yeah.
So just like things didn't pan out. I didn't get a Snapcast or anything. I didn't get a bonfire. Like I barely got to Brainstorm and Ponder. But that happens. Whatever. Like you, I actually think this might be a bad matchup for me.
Yeah. After playing it, I think it is. It's kind of bad. But before I would have thought he was favored. So this is exactly why it's good to play test to figure out. Hey, you know, that dinky creature deck that we didn't think was very good against a bunch of removal spells actually can fight through all the removal spells and fight its way to the victory. So
yeah, I'm walking a fine line with this deck against Mother of Runes, Thalia,
Caracas. Maybe this isn't the right deck for the metagame, but like you said, it's really good against those Esper, Stoneblade type of decks where you have Price of Progress, cheat removal, Grim Lavamancer matches up perfectly against Deathrite Shaman.
Like a lot of times this deck used to play Sulfuric Vortex to stop Battle Skill, but people have Abrupt Decay, so that's why I don't have a Sulfuric Vortex. I just got Price to Progress, just like 4, 6, 8 you, like Snapcaster it.
I could see maybe some Sulfuric Vortexes in the board, possibly.
They're going to keep Abrupt Decay for me. It's like, that's why I don't have it anymore. Yeah. I used to, but I don't anymore. But yeah, the old mountains and islands didn't work out for me this time. Plains is too powerful. Ban Plains. Ban that card. He has 4 of that card. You ever stuck with that card in your hand?
Actually, multiple times. Yes.
Oh, good.
There was multiple games where I had second one just going, yep.
But I guess you were fine anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Who knows?
So hopefully you guys enjoyed Legacy this time.
Everybody enjoyed the video.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for
watching.
You won. You get to say everything.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See
you next time.